Hey Jake, how's it going, man? Good to go ahead and see you again.
What's up, Nate? How are you, man? Good to see you again, too.
Been good, man. Been good. I know Broad Productions now here. What do you think of it so far? What's your take on how Broad Productions been going?
I mean, it's been great. We're getting more orders now on a daily basis instead of a weekly basis. Now, limited production was such a good experience. We're in a controlled environment with the groups that were approved with the GSCs, the lenders being approved with the GSCs. Now with broad production, any lender can order it, which is awesome. And now we're starting to see the uptick in orders come through, and it's starting to feel like more adopted now. The train's moving now, which is great.
That's super exciting to hear. I think it's really good that Broad Production is now here. Obviously, we started with limited production. Now we're on Broad Production. Super exciting times ahead. I wanted to go ahead and come on because one of the things I wanted to kind of break down and get your opinion on is what's really the process for someone to become an appraiser? Like, what are those steps? Can you walk us through that? Because I think sometimes people don't understand the actual steps it takes.
Yeah, I'll give my experience and how I got licensed, and then I'll kind of jump into what the new regulations are. So for me, I'm certified residential in Michigan. I was a limited trainee. I got licensed, I want to say back in 2017, 2018 for a trainee license. Been in the business, 4 years prior to that. And back when I got licensed, I had to get a training license through a education platform, just like how it is now. I got mine through McKissick.
Okay.
And at the time, it was to become certified residential, which was 2 years and no less than 2,500 experience hours.
Yep.
And in Michigan, you can't work more than 40 hours a week. So it kind of limited you to literally 2 years as a trainee. Now it's kind of shifted gears and made it a little bit easier. There's three levels of licenses now. There's or I guess four, including trainees. You have a trainee license, which you can get with no supervisor or anything like that. And then there's a licensed residential appraiser, which is the not necessarily lowest level, but the level you can do up to $1 million property values. You can't do FHA or VA loans. Very simple license. Then you have certified residential, which you can do anything over $1 million. You can do FHA loans. You can do or rural housing, not rural housing loans. It's called USDA loans. I'm sorry. And then there's certified general, which you can do commercial properties. Those are kind of the levels of license you can get, or you can obtain. Right now, they actually lessen the hours now. So as a licensed appraiser, you can do 6 months and no less than 1,000 hours, I believe. And then for certified residential, it's 12 months to 1,500 experience hours. So they really cut that time frame in half, essentially, for the two licenses.
Awesome. And then when someone's going to go ahead and become an appraiser and they want to get licensed, are they paying for these things? Are they going through specific programs? I know you mentioned McKissick. Are there other ones out there that they have to go ahead and choose from, or are they choosing like one in particular to go ahead and get started?
McKissick is the largest one. They
Okay.
have all the states kind of in line with the regulations.
Perfect.
Being a trainee is the toughest. Actually, finding your supervisor is the toughest part of becoming an appraiser. Gaining that
Okay.
experience hours from a supervisor is one of the toughest parts of our business. You have to find a supervisor to train you, pay you. A lot of these trainees, sometimes they don't get paid, is a tough one. And you really have to really kind of pay your dues essentially as a trainee. Recently, the AQB came out with a program called PAREA, which helps appraisers who can't find that supervisor get licensed through training modules, essentially. So, education requirements are still the same. You still got to get your trainee. You still got to pass the state exam, but they kind of cut that supervisor route off, essentially, to help assist appraisers get that license without the actual supervisor. So,
Oh, that sounds like a great new addition that they've just added there. For someone as they're getting licensed, are they able to only get licensed in one state at a time, or how does it work there? Can you do two states at a time? Is there that
yeah,
back and forth?
I've met multiple appraisers that have licensed in different states. I spoke
Okay.
with one a few days ago. He was in New Jersey and New York and Florida. I'm
Okay.
only licensed in one in Michigan. I know there's some states that are connected that you can kind of not actually transfer your license, but you have to answer a certain amount of questions. It's not as a strict licensing or I guess testing exam for having dual license. But yeah, you can definitely have dual licenses for sure. The
Okay.
one
Awesome.
negative thing about Perea, also I want to jump into back into Perea, is that not all states take that essentially for licensing.
Okay.
So it's only in a certain amount of states. I know that for the fact that for licensed residential, Perea is nationwide. and certified residential is offered in some states, and certified general is not offered in PREA.
Okay, so people have to double check that.
Yeah,
for sure.
exactly.
Okay, awesome. Well, no, thanks for breaking down how to get licensed as an appraiser. Appreciate you doing that.
Yeah, I give a very high level view of it. I definitely recommend to any aspiring appraisers coming in to definitely check their state website. Don't listen to me. I'm not the total expert, but I know a little bit about it. So definitely check the website, your state's website, and definitely confirm with that. And I hope you join us in this profession.
Awesome. Thanks again, Jake.
Cool. Good to see you, Nate. Talk to you later.
You too. Have a good one.